Anthony Hartwig here with a Cardinal Mooney baseball player profile. I am joined by one of their fantastic seniors in Logan Boyd. Logan, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Of course. Thanks for having me. It's a real pleasure to be on here.
No, it's your senior year, and senior year brings a lot of laughs and a lot of times where you have to kind of deal with the emotions of doing all these things with your team for the last time. How have you handled the emotions that senior year can bring so far?
Well, I mean, going into this year, I kind of knew like, hey, might as well try to go out with a last hurrah. Um, you know, we've been trying to work as much as we can now, but weather always predicts what we can do and all that. So we always just play it day by day, and we just always try to go out there and have fun and don't really think about is this the end or not.
You're not new to being a leader, even though you're stepping into that senior leadership role. What do you think has been some of the great things about leading this team from your perspective and being able to step up into those leadership responsibilities?
Well, we got a lot of young guys this year. So, being the senior leader this year, making myself, presentable and, how to present yourself and how to play the game. I mean, yeah, we all slip up, we all get angry, but most of the time, I usually kind of keep a cool head and, just play the game. I mean, there's not much else you can do, but, lead by example and just play your game.
And I like that you bring up that you're keeping a cool head because this sport of baseball, it's built to make you fail. It's built to kind of test your mental strength. What kind of things do you do to keep yourself even during the ups and downs of baseball?
Well, during the game, it's just a flow of emotion, so you can't really do anything about that. But outside of the game, I don't. This is gonna sound a little odd, but I don't listen to a lot of like hard rock or rap during the day. I'll usually listen to country music or softer music to not stay at the top, if that makes any sense.
No, it's perfectly good. I mean, some people need to be a little bit mellow before they can get into that mindset. Since you're talking about like game days and things that you do to get yourself in the right spot for you, what other game day kind of pregame routines do you have to try to get yourself into the right mindset before a game?
So I always start off with a rain energy drink. Usually always rainbow sherbet because for me that's the best flavor. And then I will listen to the same three songs over and over again. And I probably won't listen to anything else until my baseball career is over.
Same three songs every day, or
Yeah,
just a different three
every
songs?
game day it's the same three songs.
What are the songs?
So you have Big Papa by Biggie, you have The Real Slim Shady by Eminem, and you have Bleed It Out by Linkin Park.
So during the day you need to be mellow, but right before the game,
Yeah,
you crank that amp up a little bit. You hit up the rap, you hit up the hard rock.
yeah.
Um, so looking at these Mooney numbers, man, you're leading the team in batting average so far. You've been hitting this so well this year. What do you think has been working so well for you at the plate and as your approach in the inside the batter's box?
Usually when I get to the batter's box, I just think, man, this is the. I mean, I've been playing this game for my entire life. Just go in there, have fun, try to rake and. But I had a coach one year tell me that when you're in the batter's box, you have different situations, and when you're in there, it's almost kind of like going into a golf bag. You need different clubs for different situations. Not every hit has to be a home run. Not every hit has to be a triple or a double. Singles get RBIs too. So it's kind of just a mindset of doing what my team needs me to do and being able to do that.
Was that hard to kind of understand growing up in the baseball and developing over your career? That idea that I don't have to hit a home run every time, or I don't have to hit that extra base hit every time. I just have to do what the situation commands.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was always I always was like, man, I just need to hit a home run right now and the game would be tied. But then as I grew up and I started understanding the game a whole lot more, that I noticed, hey, I only need a single. I need, a single, maybe a double right now to keep my team in the game. And using the golf bag term has helped me a lot to evaluate my game and to raise myself up as a player.
Another thing, looking at these numbers that stands out when I look at your stats is you lead the team by quite a bit in walks so far this season. You've drawn 7 of them. What do you attribute your discipline at the plate and the ability to kind of take those walks when they're presented to you to?
Um, so for me, I know what pitches I like. I know in what spot I need to hit them, and I know if they're there, and if I have to reach out and get them, then I'll do that. But if there's a pitch that's low and I don't like it, I'll leave it. If there's a pitch that's high and is going almost from my chest right underneath my chin, I'll leave that too. But with high school, umps are always unpredictable, so it's kind of a guessing game, honestly. But when you see the ball coming out of the pitcher's hands and realize that, oh, okay, yeah, there's no need to swing at this pitch, because if I do, it's a dumb decision. Or this is a ball and I get on base for the next dude to move me around.
The national coverage of baseball, though, when they talk about players or talk about hitters, you always see that hot box to go up with, the red boxes and the blue boxes, and they tell you where this hitter can hit and where they struggle. What do you think what box in the strike zone is like the reddest for you? Which is the one that, like, if it's here, I am going all over it?
Probably the three that go straight down the middle. I mean, yeah, obviously that's probably what everyone would say, but that's where I like doing my damage. Another one is the ball. It would be the box that would be low and outside, because I've developed a way to go down there, dig it out, and just hit a bloop over to the third baseman or shortstop's head just to get a base hit for the team.
Anytime you're an athlete at Cardinal Mooney, you understand that they put together a strong schedule. I don't care what sport it is. You go out and you play really good teams.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot of really good pitching in your schedule. What's that been like for you, not just this year, but throughout your career at Mooney, to be able to really expose yourself to high level pitching and to get better every time you go out there?
It's been I'm grateful for it, honestly. It's a huge thing. I mean, I remember, man, who was it? My sophomore year, we went in and we were playing. I think it was St. V's. Oh no, I take that back. It was Hoban, and that was I believe the kid's name is Noah Lafine, and he came out, and it was probably the hardest I saw at that time. And I realized that, hey, I got to be able to upgrade myself for that. And along with my junior year, going up against Carson Rhodes and Andrew Carilla and even Brady Shannon last year from Ursuline. I mean, all those kids throw pretty hard, so you just have to adjust and be able to just do your thing.
I think one of the questions that's always asked really good hitters, or do you prefer someone that can throw hard, or I mean, like, is it easier for you to hit the slower people that can spin the ball and move it a little bit more?
It's always easier if the dude throws a little harder and is flat than if his stuff moves and tails a lot more than any other thing. That's why you see all these kids, excuse me, that they always have an off speed pitch that'll get a dude to move.
To get to where you are, you've obviously made a lot of adjustments in your career, and you've obviously grown a lot. When we're talking about your hitting, and I'm sure that maybe early in your career there was one pitch or one spot in the strike zone that maybe then you struggled with or you couldn't get to, and maybe now you hit a lot better. Does anything come to mind when I say that? Like, is there maybe a pitch or a spot where maybe you used to really struggle getting the hit at, but now you've really developed into a hitter that can get to that spot?
Um, Ironically, it's that low and outside pitch. When I was younger, um, it was it was a heck of a pitch to try to hit for me. Every time I'd either roll my hands over on the pitch, or I just swing and miss and look like a complete idiot with it. But my coach at the time, he spent a lot of time with our team and making sure that we were able to hit the outside pitch and send it backside. So that I'm will be ultimately grateful for him teaching me how to do that and helping me with that.
Over the winter, you were able to make your decision on where you were going to spend your future. And for those of people that maybe didn't catch it or maybe aren't on Instagram or on social media, why don't you let everybody know where you'll be spending your next 4 years as a baseball player?
So I'll be going to Walsh University, which is in North Canton, Ohio, and it's a Division II program in the uh, Great Mid Great Midwest Athletic Conference.
One of the things I always know about Walsh is it's right next door to a Sonic. So, you know,
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's right. It's right
get right
across the
there. When you think about some of the things, obviously maybe that didn't have a big role in deciding that you were going to go to Walsh, but all the things that went into making that decision and making the Walsh be the place you wanted to go. What were some of the factors that made it so important to you that you wanted to go to Walsh?
So I love that it's not a absolutely massive campus. Um, I growing up, I was always a small town kid, and going to college, I knew that if I went to a massive school, that I probably wouldn't like it that much. So I like that it's a smaller school. Don't have to walk pretty far for your classes and all that. The baseball field's right there. Um, and the other thing is that they offered my major. They offered all I love the curriculum there. The curriculum was a big part of my recruitment, making sure that I'm not just going there to play baseball, but I'm also going there to get a degree in what I want to study. And along with the baseball program, Coach Mead down there, he has a very, very high reputation down there. I mean, a couple days ago, he just got his 900th win. So, I mean, that's a lot to say for that baseball program down there.
You talk about it having your major and it having the tools to take you in the career path you want to go to. What is that? What kind of major do you want to go to, and what kind of career do you see yourself in outside of baseball when you eventually have to hang up the cleats?
So, I'm going to go and study exercise science. And from there, that will lead me into med school to become a chiropractor.
What kind of thing made you want to go into that route? I mean, was there a life experience, or do you have kind of a role models that made you want to go into that? What made you fall into being wanting to be a chiropractor?
So, in seventh or eighth grade, I noticed that I had a small hunch in my back, and we went to the doctor. They said, "Oh, it's just muscular right now." And then a few years later, in my sophomore year, I we went again, and the doctor said, "Yeah, you are diagnosed with this thing called Sherman's kyphosis, which is at the top of my spine. It's curved outward like this kind of, and it's been it's been a long thing, but it's not very detrimental to anything." And so knowing that I have that, and knowing that it could have been preventable when I was younger, um, makes me want to go out and help people so they don't have the same thing I have, so I can help them, live the best life, and be their true height, and everything like that.
So you signed in January, which is well before the season started for Mooney baseball. How much did having that decision made and not having to worry about any of the recruiting or anything like that help you this year? Just kind of relax and try to live it up your senior year at Mooney.
Um, it helped out a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. If I was going to play baseball in college or not, I'd still be pretty passionate about it because this is the sport I love the most. But now, with me being, I have my college set and everything like that, I'm just going out there and playing like I would if I was 8 years old. I mean, there's nothing else much to it. I would just go out there and play for the love of the game.
Since we're talking about your life after Mooney and what's going to happen when you graduate, let's talk about also what made Mooney so special and some of the things that you're going to miss a lot about being a part of this community and about part of this school system.
So one of the things that made Mooney very special to me was the amount of camaraderie I have with my friends. And I just don't have a set of friends, in my senior class. No, I have tons of friends in the junior class, sophomore class, and even the freshman class. And that family atmosphere is what I'm probably going to miss the most at Cardinal Mooney.
One of the things that people in the area know about Cardinal Mooney is the fact that the tradition that the alumni have and how much people that have gone to Cardinal Mooney care about the school after they leave, and some of the great things that alumnus have done outside of the high school. What does it feel like for you to be an athlete and feel all the support of the people that have come before you, and feel all the people that pour into the baseball program and or the football program or the basketball program, whatever it may be, all the athletic programs? What's it like to be a part of that and to see how much people of the past care about Mooney and care about his success?
It means actually for me at least, it means so much. It really does. Just to see, the past people, that they still show their support, that they'll still come to games, they'll still come to fundraisers, they'll still do this and that and the other, and just help out the school still is large. And we call it the Mooney family, and it's exactly what it sounds like. I mean, it doesn't matter where you're from or what you look like, you're a part of this family within this school. And I'm truly grateful for it. I truly am.
One of the things I always ask Mooney athletes is, going into that gym, you see a lot of banners. There's a lot of state championships in that gym. They almost have no more room on the wall for it. Is that ever daunting to go in there as an athlete and see all the banners and all the tradition that has been there at Mooney, especially maybe when you were a freshman or sophomore going into that gym all the time and seeing all the traditions and all the greatness that has come before you?
Yeah, so when I was a freshman and I would walk into the gym, I was starstruck by it. I mean, you see, and it's not just for one sport. I mean, there's stuff up there for football, basketball, baseball, golf, track and field, basketball, oh, excuse me, softball, so much stuff. And for me, I set a standard that I want to be one of the people that put a banner up on there. And so that's kind of what I've been aiming for my entire career at Cardinal Mooney.
One more question about your reflection on Cardinal Mooney. What are going to be some of your favorite memories that you have with this baseball team when you leave and you graduate and you reflect on your time with the program?
Um, some of my favorite memories are made in that facility we have. It's right past the armory. It's right past our weight room, and our facility. It's a great little facility. I mean, we're blessed to have it and all that. But we just have, we get to work in there, but we have so much fun in there. And the games are so much fun. And I'm after this season, I'm truly going to miss every single one of those, every single one of my teammates and every single one of my coaches.
All right, Logan, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance and the opportunity to thank your support system, all the people that have kind of been in your corner through your career, and all the people that you wouldn't be where you are without.
I first off want to thank my family. My mom and my dad and my sister have been absolutely massive supporters of me, and I want to thank my extended family as well. I got cousins, and aunts, uncles, grandparents that always come and watch me play, and I'm truly grateful for that. And I want to thank my friends, because without a lot of my friends pushing me to where I am, I don't think I'd be where I am right now.
All right, Logan, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and getting a chance to learn a little bit about you. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the year and in your future career at Walsh. We'll be rooting for you, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you. It's been a pleasure.